Welcome to another episode of Mondays with Miles, where I'll be giving you a tip at the beginning of your week to make sure that you guys have a kick-ass rest of your week. This week, we are going to be talking about reflecting and how when we reflect on our lives, reflect on our days, we can begin to change things and keep improving so that we are moving forward in the right direction. If you like this topic, and if you like this video, I want to encourage you to share it with others, as well as subscribe to my YouTube page where I'm going to keep these videos coming out every Monday to make sure that you guys are having awesome weeks. So let's dive into it. The power of reflecting cannot be understated. If we want to keep moving forward, if we want to keep growing, we have to constantly be looking and taking a look at ourselves, reflecting on what's working and what's not working. So when we reflect on our lives, we're able to see, this has helped me out and this has not helped me out. We can make those adjustments to keep our growth moving in the right direction. I always like to say the more things that you measure, the more things you can manage. And this is the same as with reflecting. We have to be able to measure ourselves and compare ourselves to where we were so that we can start to see, what is working and what's not, so we can keep moving forward. So there's two different types of reflecting that I think are extremely important. One is to look far back into the past, whether it's a year in the past, 3 years in the past, or 5 years in the past. It's important to look back and recognize how far you've come, how big of a difference those years have created. So when we look in the past, we can see where we were 5 years ago and how much we've done to get where we are now, how much we've achieved. The reason this is important is that when you look at the past and you can see how much you've changed, how much you've grown, it gives you motivation to keep moving forward. Sometimes we get so locked into our future goals that we forget how far we've come. By reflecting in the past, you can understand how many steps you've taken, how much improvement you've actually made. This gives you that momentum, that energy to keep moving forward. So it's important that we look back long distance and reflect on our past. The second thing that I think is important to reflect on is reflecting on our days and our weeks. So more present moment reflection. The more that we can take a look at our past week and how our day went, the more we can start making changes throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month to keep moving forward. So looking at your day yesterday and saying, what worked, what didn't? Oh, I did this, it didn't really work for me. I did this, it did work for me. I should keep doing more of that. But if we're not looking at our days and looking at our weeks, then we have no idea what's working and what's not, and how we can make adjustments to make sure we're heading in the right direction. So this week and today, what I want you to do is just reflect on what worked for me today. What would I have changed today to make today a better day? When you do that, you can then start applying that to your next day and for the rest of the week. And I want you to start trying to look at this on a daily basis, start reflecting on a weekly basis so that you can start understanding what is helping you and what is hurting you. You can't keep moving forward until you reflect on what's holding you back. So this week, all I want you to do is start reflecting more on your days so that you can keep achieving and having the best weeks, the best months, and the best years of your life. Have a good reflection, everybody.